Haha, what's going on, people? B5 here. Welcome to the new channel. And I'm going to kick this off by doing one of the parts of the rebuttal. Well, not a rebuttal, but the video response to Smitty's 2K video, which was absolutely one of the best videos I've seen in a long time. Well, let's go ahead and kick this off. And let me go ahead and start off by agreeing with Smitty, saying that Smitty was dead on, saying that indirectly that 2K is really the one at fault here. I'm going to go a step further and say you should point your finger at 2K because they shot themselves in the foot. They are the ones that let you down, 2K supporters. They let me down. I was a 2K supporter. Okay, so let's talk about this. Why do I feel this way? Because they consistently make poor decisions internally about their products. They continuously spread themselves thin over C and D and F titles. Okay, now let's just go ahead and jump right to the F, just so we can state the obvious, just for time's sake. Don King's prize fighter. What a joke at trying to get some of that fight night money. They didn't even put in enough effort to compete with Evander Holyfield's boxing on Genesis. That's how bad that game was. And that's really insulting Evander Holyfield's boxing, because that was a great game. But putting the two, timelines together is probably the most comparable you can talk about. But let's move on to one of their other utterly biggest failures that they made. So moving on, the next complete failure was All-Pro Football. That's right. I know. Can you believe that? I said All-Pro Football. And I know you're probably thinking I'm a troll, but let me go ahead and let me clear my name as far as not being a troll. As a matter of fact, let me change your thought process before you actually want to embed that into your brain. Did I or did I not make the will you blindly buy NBA 2K12 video when they first dropped the damn sizzle trailer about the legends? I gave you enough evidence in all of those videos to tell you that the game was not going to be any different. It was going to be the same game as you got 2K11. But you're right, I was actually wrong. It was worse. But either way, I knew it wasn't going to be better than 2K11. But let's move on. Why is All-Pro Football probably the worst decisions that they made? Well, because they knew they could not compete with Madden. So what did they do? They rushed it out the door to try to compete with NCAA. But what they failed to realize is they can't compete with NCAA as well. Another thing that they failed to realize in a poor decision making was somebody didn't take the time to actually think, wait a minute, we don't have the NFL license. Why don't we use this to our advantage? Well, what does that really mean, B5? I don't know. So who cares? Well, let me tell you this. If you don't have the NFL license, that means you have no development time restrictions, and you can spend as much time as you want developing the game. And me personally, I had a hand in the matter. I would have pushed it out closer towards the holidays. People are used to buying games towards the holiday. Imagine that. You have no timeline. You have time to work on the game. Put it out towards the holidays. People are used to buying games around the holidays. It's not like after Madden was dropped, nobody was going to think about another football game. No, because historically, people always get pissed at Madden. They always do. So why not think about that? Why not? See, and it just shows you how out of tune they were with the football community. So don't listen to me.